All right, folks. It's been a hot minute since I've talked to y'all. It's been kind of busy around here, especially with Christmas break and all that stuff. I wanted to do a live a long time ago, but I could never get caught up enough to do one here at the house. So I figured today I would take some time, just a little bit, and talk to y'all for a minute, if that's all right. I tried to call Hawk before the live. I wanted to, but I'm guessing he's probably sleeping or something. So, but my original plan was to do one Tuesday, but I had so much crap happen on Tuesday, it was unreal. So now, some things I wanted to talk about today was some of the events that's going on right now. We got Jack Smith testifying before the, I think it's the judiciary in the House today. Um, then we've got all those stupid protesters in Minnesota and other locations. Uh, and we've got people getting arrested today from the church uh, invasion there in Minnesota. Um, so yeah, I mean, and we've got a few things going on. So and Mary Luck, I'm assuming Hawk is probably sleeping because I tried to call him, he didn't answer. So uh, we're kind of sharing a platform right now, uh, him and me with Streamyard. So, but yeah. So anyway, how is everybody doing before we start diving into everything? How is everybody? But yeah, yeah, it's definitely been a roller coaster for sure. That's a very accurate description. So um, it's uh, it's been a pretty active few weeks here at our house, at least. Um, we had a lot of stuff happen over the holidays. I had a bathtub valve break for my master bathroom. Had to get it replaced, and the hell of it was I had called a plumber because I have copper piping here, and if anything had to be brazed, I would rather plumbers do it because I can't braze to save my life. So I I called them out. They said, "Oh no, this faucet we could just replace the cartridge and it'd be all right." Well, they went and bought a new cartridge. They put it in, and it leaked worse than what it was. So they said, "You need a new faucet." And I said, "Okay, no big deal, right?" So I I said I could just replace the faucet, no big deal. I'll just go get some shark bites and all that stuff. So I did all that, but I still had to pay the plumbers. I think it was like $330 something for showing up at the house and using a part that made the problem worse. So yeah, I did that and all that good stuff. So anyway, and then the kids being home for Christmas break and all that good stuff. It was just a really active, few weeks. So anyway, let's get down to it. Um, so there's some things going on. Like I said, Jack Smith is testifying before the the House Judiciary today, and I was watching it for about 45 minutes, and then I just could not listen to it anymore. Uh, and some of the things that were coming up was the 2020 election. Okay, and we know Donald Trump has been talking about it here quite a bit. As a matter of fact, he mentioned it at the World Economic Forum. What was it, yesterday or the day before? And but he kept saying, "Well, there was no evidence. There was no evidence. There was no evidence. Nobody ever produced any evidence." And I want to make this clear. It's not that evidence was not produced. It was not accepted in a court of law. Those are two very different things. Okay. Uh, so there was testimony that was given in Michigan by Melissa. Oh man, I can't remember her last name. But anyway, blonde lady, glasses. She was there with Rudy Giuliani. She swore on an affidavit under penalties of perjury, produced the affidavit, and she testified to the panel there about the things that she witnessed going on with that. And then right after that, there was other witnesses that came forward. Yeah, Karam. That's it. So, and then also there was 2,000 mules that was produced uh, shortly thereafter, um, with the ballot trafficking and all that good stuff. And then also you had an AG, or maybe it was Secretary of State, I can't remember, in Michigan threatening to yank law licenses from people wanting to come forward and and do suit, file a lawsuit. And then you had Mike Lindell with his symposiums that he had. He had two different symposiums. So I'm glad you reminded me of that because I almost forgot about that. And then you also had that they made a big deal of, which was the phone call to Brad Raffensperger's office, or maybe it was the governor. Okay. So, um, so there was that. And then it was uncovered that there was ballots shredded shortly thereafter. So, like I said, it's not that the evidence didn't exist, it was never allowed. There's a huge difference there. So, for him to go out and talk all this smack about all this stuff, that's another thing. And then he was talking about, he was questioned about, well, because you're saying that Donald Trump committed an insurrection in 2021, why wasn't he ever charged? And he said, well, we had too much evidence and it wouldn't have been a fair trial. No, 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 no. Let's stop it right there. Okay. It's the narratives are playing out in real time in front of everybody as far as this is concerned. And we need to remember to have our thinking caps on and use logic and understanding. And it's not And it's not understanding, well, I know why he did this. Well, no. What I mean is using logic and understanding, as in understanding what is going on, not why it's going on. Okay. Um, and Hawk just texted me. He said he's got a busy morning. So, but yeah, it's just one of those things, you know. And then I was on and off the X feed all day today, and it looks like two of the people have been arrested that took place in that church invasion over the weekend. So it's one of those things, you know. And the one dude that says he's an 11 bang, or he was an 11 bang bang, and he was dishonorably discharged. He doesn't deny that fact, but at the same time, he says he's a combat veteran, and it's been uncovered that he's not. He spent his time in an S, one of the S offices, probably S1, doing paperwork. Okay, so I just there's a lot of things going on at the same time, kind of simultaneously, and I have no idea what they're going to do about Don Lemon. I'm hoping they're going to arrest his ass, but then again, you know, I think they're getting the low hanging fruit first. And I'm amazed that they've even arrested anybody. You know, given what's been going on with Bondi and her inaction and all that good stuff. So I mean, there's all that going on. And then we had Donald Trump, pretty much giving the finger to the World Economic Forum when he was there, um, calling out the nonsense for what it is. Um, and then he also signed a thing to an executive order to pull us out of the WHO, which is fantastic. Um, and then he also did one for making insane asylums great again. I thought that was fantastic. So, and from what I understand from all the feed on X that I've been seeing, is that the dude that claims he's an 11 bang bang, they've actually got a warrant for him and are on a manhunt. So, no, this is slow country. Hawk isn't with us right now. He said he's going to be busy all morning. So, so yes, it's one of those things that we have to be mindful of what's going on, and we have to use logic, discernment, and understanding of what is truly happening. And this is huge. I mean, it's just absolutely huge. Todd Young, my state senator, for Indiana, he's getting called out left and right. And I think that's fantastic on its own, because you know how many times I've reached out to that I could use some very colorful language about him, but you know how many times I've reached out to him and have gotten no answer, none, zero. Okay, and the one time the that I actually, there's a couple times that crypto, because my crypto, I use Coinbase. They have a thing for crypto. It's Stand with Crypto, and they send um, letters and stuff to your representatives and senators and all that good stuff. That is the only time that I had heard back from him up till about a month ago. Okay, so when the shutdown happened, I actually called his office, and I was able to actually talk to somebody for once. And then I get this long generic letter of why they're not doing a balanced budget. Yeah. So it was one of those things that I just I can't stand him. He's a rhino. He needs to go. My plan was to run against him, but some things have happened to where I cannot. Um, so I would really, really just love to see him go. It's, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot. So it's just one of those things. And then in these times, we're going to have to kind of keep our heads on a swivel to see what's what, who's who, and why is why. So I just, I definitely want to let you know that I haven't left you guys. I've been extremely busy. So it's, yeah. And I've been posting some opinions on X and stuff like that of mine and showing some proof. Okay. Yes. Yes. Discernment is definitely called for. Um, but we also have to remember that right now, according to the left, Orange Man bad. Okay. That is their whole purpose of existence right now is Orange Man bad. Um, and the other thing, and this really, shocked me because given James Comer's recent um, inability to get anything done as far as the Clintons go and the threats, I was actually quite surprised that he did what he did yesterday, which was taking the vote to send to the House, upon passing, to hold them in criminal contempt. Okay, I was actually quite surprised about that. I never thought that he would. I actually thought it would have been Anna Paulina Luna to bring it up, um, or Lauren Boebert, but it wasn't, and it was quite nice. Now I will say that it was bipartisan, so that's a start at least, right? But then again, there's got to be some underlying agenda, behind it. So I mean, there almost has to be. Um, it's just one of those things that I can't wait for it to happen. I can't wait. And in my opinion, what I think should happen is not only should they do the vote, right? But I think they need to do an inherent contempt, and I think they need to send the sergeant at arms to go get them, bring them back, present them to the well, and then put them in the jail cells underneath until it's time for their depositions, and do so publicly to have the public watch the Clintons plead the fifth on every question and start asking, well, why are they hiding? That's what I think personally, but I doubt that that's going to happen. So, yeah, that's Joe Carroll. That's because it's not streaming to Rumble right now. Hawk has to set up the Rumble, um, so that's why it's not. That's why you didn't get a notification for over there. But yeah, so there's all that stuff. Um, but yeah, So I'm not going to be on much longer here, but I just wanted to kind of reach out, let you know, hey, I'm still alive. I'm okay. Sorry, I haven't been on. Been very busy, and let you know I haven't forgot about you. So I just I think that right now it's beyond time for answers to start coming out instead of having one answer lead to about 15 more questions. So yeah, and I apologize for it being so short. I just because I still got stuff here to do at the house, but I just wanted to take some time and talk to you guys for a moment. Um, but yeah, so uh, the is there anything you guys want to talk about? And also, if you have X, I want to show you something real quick. Yep, wrong button. Okay, weather. I got you. Give me just a second here. Okay, so let me go to my profile here. So right here, all right, you see right here, I'm on my profile page. Okay, if you go right here, and I don't know if Hawk set his up or not, but there is a link to Cash App. Okay, to where you can Cash App Hawk or anybody that has that you want to give to or whatever. I just put mine up for shits and giggles. You know, it's one of those things that um, I wanted to show you guys that feature in case you didn't know it was there. You could set it up as long as I think you have to be uh, have the X Premium Plus or X Premium or something like that. So let's see if I can find something here. Um, let's see. I don't even know why McAfee's popping up because I don't have McAfee anymore. So I mean, there's just a lot here. Uh, this is the dipshit I was talking about here. That he was an 11 bang bang in the army, but he said he's a combat vet, but he's never seen a day of combat in his life, from what I understand. Yeah, this douche canoe. So, all right, as far as the weather goes, I have seen conflicting reports about the weather. All right, it's mostly staying to the south, from what I understand. But we're going to get some here, where I'm at in my neck of the woods. And I've seen reports saying anywhere from 2 to 8 inches. Okay. So it's, you just kind of have to kind of play it by ear. If you have an iPhone, there's an app that's installed already into your phone, and it just says weather. Okay. Now I will say that I have an alert on my phone that says severe weather advisory, severity moderate, possible threat to life or property, weather event onset, description, what it is, very cold wind chills between 15 and 20 below zero, where portions of northern Indiana and northwest Ohio from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Friday impacts are the dangerously cold wind chills as low as 20 below zero, cause frostbite on exposed skin in as little as 30 minutes. So, and as far as the snow goes, it's saying in my area we're going to get snow on Sunday, about 8 to 9 inches. Okay, so that's in my area of Logansport, um, and it could vary. So I just wanted to tell you about that. Somebody said they wanted to talk to the about the weather. So yeah. Oh wow. Oh wow. Mississippi, or is that Missouri? I can never get the initials right or the abbreviations. So yeah, but all right, folks, that's all I've got for you today. I apologize. I have got a number of things I've got to start doing, and I want you guys to have a blessed day. Be safe, especially in the inclement weather coming in, and and stay warm. And until next time, folks.